Hey guys, welcome to this video on the topic kinematics, the vector reversal method.
Have you ever found yourself frustrated after doing dual motion and acceleration questions? Well, here I present you the vector reversal method by which we can easily solve such complex questions. So let us recall our kinematic concepts. Final velocity equals initial velocity plus acceleration multiplied by time. Final velocity square minus initial velocity square gives us 2 times of acceleration multiplied by displacement. Displacement equals initial velocity multiplied by time plus half times acceleration multiplied by times square. But here we are forgetting one of the most basic equations of kinematics, that is velocity equals displacement over time. Here I'm with the good news. We are not going to use the first 3 equations in this video and just the last equation in this. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that is very cool. But before jumping on to the questions, let us clear the concept of relativity.
What is relativity? The way of seeing the world with a different perspective is known as relativity. Well, let us understand this with the help of an example. The example of Sun and Earth. We rotate and revolve around the Sun in a cyclic manner. This is the truth we have disguised. So, we know that the sunrise and sunset, the occurrence of seasons, and each of such phenomena occurs due to this. But what does a person standing on the earth think about it? Well, he thinks that the sun rotates and revolves around the earth. This is because we see the sunrise and the sunset. The sun rises from the east and sets in the west. But the opposite is true. So, this is the concept of relativity. We see ourselves as static poles in the universe, and everything around us goes with respect to our relativity.
So now let us start the method of vector reversal. So let us take a very easy example, the tail of tortoise and rabbit. After losing the tail, the rabbit said that he wanted another race, whereas the tortoise gave up some conditions too. He said that we both must start from opposite ends at a distance of 100 meters from each other, and the tortoise had the velocity 20 meters per second, whereas the rabbit had the velocity 30 meters per second. Now, in this question, we are asked that at what distance will they both meet? At what distance will they both meet, and at what time too? And at what time? So, as you see, if we are going to use the first 3 equations of kinematics here, we are never gonna get a good answer. For that, I'll give you the basics of the vector reversal method. Well, what we do is that we relatively make an object static. So naturally, the other object will move with a much faster pace. So let us assume that we are sitting on the tortoise. So the tortoise is stable for us. So it is at a single pole fixed over here. But the rabbit isn't. It is moving with a much more faster pace than it actually is for us. So how to calculate that? That is where vector reversal comes in idea. What we do is that we just reverse this vector without changing its magnitude and add to the other objects in motion, where here it is the rabbit. So let us reverse the vector. So here's the rabbit. Again we have added one vector and the magnitude is 20 meters per second. Now imagine if this would have been in the left, we would have reversed it to the right and added to the rabbit. If it was in right, we would have reversed it to the left and added it to the rabbit. If it was up, then we would have added it in the downward direction to the rabbit. So you can see that both are familiarly equal. Like, we just have to reverse the vectors and you will get the answer. So now we see that this is stable and hence the rabbit is moving with a faster pace, that is 50 meters per second. The distance between them is 100 meters. So what will be the time? Well, from this formula we get 50 equals to 100 by time t. Therefore, time equals 100 by 50, that is 2. So they'll meet after 2 seconds. Now, at what distance? Well, let me just create some area right here. Yeah, that would do. So the other question is, where will they meet? As we know that both will meet at a distance of 2 seconds, at a time of 2 seconds from the start. So now let us make this tortoise again unstable. That is, it is moving, it is in motion, whereas the rabbit is also in motion. Therefore, it will possess the speed of 20 meters per second, whereas the rabbit will possess the speed of 30 meters per second. So, after 2 seconds, where will the tortoise be? Well, using this formula, we get the tortoise would be at 40 meters from start. And where will the rabbit be? Well, the rabbit would be at 60 meters from the start. Now it is 100 meters, 40 meters from the tortoise and 60 meters from the rabbit. It's the same position somewhere over here. So we see that they both meet at a fixed point at a fixed time. And we have just solved this question using the vector reversal method.